Today for my Level F class, we are at week 20. Our reading includes a story called The Little Mouse. And it is a story about a little mouse who cooks food for her friends. She lives in a big house and her friends do not help her. So she moves to a small mouse on the top of a mountain. And at the very end of the story, she invites a friend over and says, "I will cook for you." And what I did is I got out my mouse puppet and I pretended to be the mouse. And then a student, and first my co-teacher would pretend to be one of the mouse's friends, and I invited them over to dinner. And I said, should I feed them? Will I feed them? And so what we did is we kind of continued the story because it kind of ended on this unresolved bit of a cliffhanger, which this is not abnormal to find that in a children's story. They're not all really well written and fully resolved at the end. And so I drew a mountain and a little house, and I put the mouse puppet up there and had it stuck with a magnet. And sometimes I would put my hand in it and move it around and interact a little bit. And through the use of puppets, it became not only highly interactive, but also a little bit depersonalized, which was good for bringing the students out of their element, getting them to be a little bit more expressive and entertaining. So that worked really well for me, and it's something that I'm going to begin doing anytime that I'm reading, is I will use my puppets as characters, put them on a chair or something, and act out the story a little bit, and then towards the end of the story, we can act out a little bit more. Or we might stop on a certain page, do some acting, and then continue reading to find out what actually happens next, right? So you can kind of create a false cliffhanger at any point you want in the story by just stopping, acting out a little bit, playing pretend, and then go back to the story. And the benefit of this is, of course, it is a great opportunity for interaction and language exercise.